So anyway, so that you're back, you're starting to get action. How do you feel? I mean, this is like, is it a dream? It's kind of a dream, or is it not a dream?
Yeah, it's like a dream coming true. I'm like, wow, this is really happening. I'm getting calls from a lot of directors. I'm becoming established. I'm not having any issues with performing. My confidence is up, and I'm weekly knocking out strong scenes and building a fan base. I started to build a fan base and getting a lot of scenes under my belt. So you get a lot of scenes under your belt. That's when you start to grow into a star, and then your track record. It's like, okay, this guy's on time. He stays hard, and he knocks out a solid scene. That's the reputation you want to get.
How many
He's
times?
on time, he stays hard, and he knocks out a solid scene.
How many times did you feel nervous or, be unstable, go down, the pressure starts sweating?
Maybe 5 times out of 1,000 scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, really?
It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
5 times.
So you're a real performer.
Yeah.
You're a real guy. Because I'm all about the real performance.
Scenes. Yeah.
That's good, man. Has porn hardened your heart towards love and relationships? Or would it have been the same just out there in the normal world? What do you think?
It educated me because along the way of being on daily sets, I'm an absorber. I'm paying attention to everything. 1 second, guys. My boyfriend, babe, yes, everything's, I told you, I'm doing it, studying emotion, watching, analyzing, seeing different behaviors, the makeup artist, the director brings his girlfriend, seeing her on the side, watching the scene. Did she get jealous? Did she not? Or she ran to go get pizza? Is there friction between her and the female talent that's work? What's going on? Who's angry today? So, I'm living my life growing and maturing in the industry. But me personally, I've always respected love. I think I'm a fan of old school love. Back in our grandparents' days, it was love on first sight. They made it a dance. They worked 50-50. They weren't with each other to use, abuse, take advantage of each other, and drop each other like a bad habit. It was true, genuine love, and they were together 60 years. If your bones give out before me, I push you out. I push you around in a wheelchair. If my bones give out before you, you push me around in a wheelchair. We love each other. We die together. That's the love I respect. And I think a chick should be down for her dude no matter what. If it's real love, you're going to be down for him. Be wise. Give him good advice. Timothy, I want you to stop selling drugs and, invest your money and, open up a barbershop and get, because I don't want to lose you to the system. I don't want you to end up, we have a son on the way. Boom. Okay. But, don't leave him, because if you love him, you'll be there for him, you do porn. I don't know if I can handle this anymore. Well, look, this is my job. Bitch, you knew what I was doing. I'm making a career. I'm building a brand. One day I will retire. Right now, I'm still in front of the camera. You're the woman I love. It's just work. I'm going on set doing my assignment. Nobody says that I'm hooking up with the girls off the set and having extra fun.
But you are. No, but my point is, did it harden your heart?
I don't do that no more.
No.
I used to. Now, because why am I
getting old.
Well, no, not only that. I'm not thirsty. I'm more into the business. That nut I just busted with you for fun, just for a thrill of my ego. Like, oh yeah, she has some.
Hey, you're getting old.
No, I'd rather save it for a scene.
No, I got it. You're getting old, right? Because before,
save it for a scene.
Right, before you probably could go 5 rounds, and you'd be like, I'm good.
It still would be good.
Yeah, but now you're like
in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, that too. Though. I need to preserve myself.
But the point is, do you think porn might have hardened your heart, or is it just the same on the outside world? Would it be the same hardness?
You're going to go through journeys in life, whether it's in the porn industry or whether the regular real world.
The girl hardened your heart, a few girls hardened your heart before you got into business, so it's ironic, the question.
Yeah. It's I'm not, just because I've been with a lot of women or seen a lot of women cross my path in the adult film industry, versus the regular real world. It's not, people go through shit in the real, either you're someone that's having encounters and learning from your encounters and maturing in the real world, or you're not. It's I'm active in the regular world.
So you think it's not really?
Yeah, not really. But I mean, either way, I would have gained knowledge. But if I never became a porno star,
Same.
I would have still learned my lessons.
But you had sex with a lot of
hard in someone's heart could just mean that they've been let down, they've had their heart broken, they've been betrayed, love journeys didn't work out, they've been let down in the business with employers, different family.
No, I mean, sexually, you know what I mean? So all the sex that you've had, and you see that it becomes easy and cheaper. It's not as meaningful as that 60-year
is going
relationship.
through hell and back to get laid.
Hell and back.
With big expense tickets.
Right.
Dealing with stress, depression, and headache.
So you understand.
And in the porn industry, you're getting paid to get laid. You got a hot, beautiful chick waiting on set with a wet coochie, and it's like, hey, you didn't have to. It wasn't 6 months of texting and, baby, I miss you, and do you still miss me? Are we good?
So you want
to go out this weekend? You
so
fucked the bitch and got paid.
So you understand? You haven't lost sight of it. The truth.
No.
The truth. The truth is the truth. The truth is that this business, when you're part of it, is like a free ride into Punani Land. Punani Land. You don't have to stress and be like you're saying, a sucker.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of. So
some women take that personal. Some women. Sometimes when I meet women in public, they have genuine love. Wow, I never thought I would meet you, and you're really amazing. I just want to say, can I get a picture? And then we'll talk normal conversation. And God bless you. And in some, they scrunch their face up at me because they feel like I've got it easier than and I already know what's going on. Bitch, yeah, nigga.
come on.
If I was to meet him right now, he'll tell me, bro, I'm ready to throw this bitch off the fucking roof. Because every hot girl is another dude's headache. People don't realize that. Every hot girl is another guy's head. Bro, you're seeing her for the first time and you're fascinated. Oh man, she's hot. Well, you don't know the bitch. She's really a bat from hell, a witch on a broomstick, and a dude wants to throw her off the roof right now. So, but I'm not saying that I'm a woman hater or I'm bitter when it comes to, because there are sweet, precious, genuine women out there with good hearts that mean well, that aren't trifling, know great lovers, and know how to love a man the right way. I have respect for those women. We need more of those. So I want to drop a relationship book through cell phone adventures.
Okay, sounds good. Here's another question. Now, I know this answer, but I want you to explain to me. Have you ever been on the set? Maybe you were tired, or you worked a lot of days in a row, and maybe you work with the same girl a couple, 2, 3 times, and here she is again, right, looking at you, and and she has sandpaper between her legs, and she's looking at you, and that's your next scene. You're tired. You ever look across her and say, "Oh man, how am I going to get through this scene?"
Yeah. Lube. Lube.
Yeah, that's it.
Lube.
Okay.
Lots of it.
But you've been there before.
Yeah, I've been there.
How many times?
A couple of times. It's nothing, man. I'm a perv, man. I'm going to find something, man. My brain is going to connect with something, and you're going to get your 31 minutes of positions, and we good.
So you got to go up. You know what they used to call it back in the day? You want to know who came up with the terminology? Joey Silvera. You know Joey, right?
Yeah.
He came up with something called, I'm going to need some ammunition. Some serious ammunition today. I can't work with this girl. Look at her. I got to stand up and all this, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's what he calls. So you go out inside your head and find some ammunition?
I might find something on her. Bitch, I ain't looking at your pussy because I know what I'm feeling. I'm scraping against porcupine right now. But they gonna hate, girls gonna hate me for that one. Like, you see how he's bashing out vaginas? Well, bitch, eat some broccoli. Yvette, look, listen, it ain't my fault that your gland, yeah. Okay.
What directors come to your mind that you think are good directors?
TTBoy, Jules Jordan. Everyone has their own style, but they're solid directors. Mike John, he had a cool Gonzo style. I'm not sure if he's still putting out product, but I liked his camera work and his Gonzo stuff. John Stagliano, I love his vision. His movies are cool.
What about any old school guys? Did you work with any of the old school people? Real old school people? Did you work with a Ron Sullivan? Did you work with Paul Thomas? Did you work with John Leslie? Did you work?
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, John was great.
Yeah, John Leslie shot me.
He's a very good director.
Yeah, he had unique stuff. And his stuff had personality too. He was nice. When he started owning his product, did he own product before Evil, or it was just he first launched his ownership through Evil, and then it was just through Evil for the lifetime of his directing career? Right,
just through Evil. He was a very nice guy. He was old school, great actor and great director. So, speaking of directors, I know there's one time, I remember the situation, there was a director in Budapest. We were at a big mansion. I think this guy, TTBoy, was up for 4 or 5 days. He was real tired. And then he said, yeah, what? And Pumper said, all right, here's my chance. I'm going to get this guy when he's nice and weak.
We were wrestling,
right?
Or did we box?
We were wrestling. So when we wrestled, what happened? You remember what happened?
Tell the world that you beat me in a wrestling match? Is that what you want to? I know we wrestled, and it was a workout. That's what I remember. I know we stopped. I can't remember what happened. What are you gonna say? You put me in a headlock and I tapped out. I can't remember, but I know we wrestled, and
chased you down the stairs. Right, you try to get me in a guillotine. It didn't work, and I chased you and I got you. I tortured you, but it's not. I guess it's not nice. Can't remember.
I know that it was a cardio workout, and we both would. We sweated. We broke a sweat, but I can't remember. I'm being honest with you. I'm really being honest.
You can't remember? Down in the basement after you ran, I caught you. Down in the basement, I put you in a couple of chicken wings, choked you out a little bit, and I had all the other actors come around, and I said, I made you say uncle in front of everybody.
Nah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Nah.
All right. You sure? Think about it.
Yeah, I don't remember that. This guy's putting extras on it right now, man. I don't remember that.
But you bench 500 pounds, and I weighed probably $155. But
I hear you.
But it's not fair. If you trained a lot,
we know what this guy's trying to do right now.
So let's move on. So you're on the set, right, Brian? And there's actors. Were you ever on a set, and the co-star actors that you're hanging out with? You're not hanging out with, just on the set with, that you didn't like, that you thought was a piece of shit?
Nah. No? But a lot of people didn't like me, though.
Why? Why do you think?
I don't know.
Jealous of you?
No. Honestly, you know what, though? I would notice certain guys that were having wood problems, they would be jealous of the dudes that don't have wood problems. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden now, I'm losing out on a job because the company director said, oh, such and such said they don't work well next to you. And my boss, I'll get you next time around. So you guys are choosing him over me? Like, well, I don't understand. I mean, whatever, I don't know, whatever floats your boat. But this guy's weak. What, did he throw salt on my name or something? What actually happened?
So you don't gotta say any names, but it was there.
I know that. I'm like, oh, this guy's a hater, man. It ain't my fault, bro. That bro, I don't have nothing against you. Just we're here to do an assignment. We're not here to be friends and go eat a grilled cheese sandwich together. You stay hard, I stay hard. We fuck the girl, we get paid, we go our separate way. That's it. If you're not getting hard, that's not my issue, brother.
Yeah.
Go back to the get it together.
Oh, that's a fact. A lot of people get real jealous and they start putting poison on your name. Right? Or try to put poison on your name. They used to do it to me all the time, but I'd go knock on their door. Hey, what's up, boy?
I heard you talking crap.
Yeah, but right. I always saw you as a performer that was strong. Very stable, very strong performer, and I wasn't worried. There was a lot of performers that are not as strong as you.
And you know what? I believe in working as a team. So, like, I wouldn't do anything I wouldn't do anything to throw someone off. Even though there's a lot of that going on. There's performers, like let's say it's 3 guys or 1 girl, something, whatever. There's performers out there that know that they're strong. There's performers out there that know that they're strong, and they'll
fuck with you.
Yeah, they'll
Intimidate you.
be childish, and they'll want you to mess up so you don't get hired again and they get to work. Or I don't know, they'll be childish just to, for, oh, this is my territory, you're a new jack on the block, kind of like an elbow thing, boom, hey, let me step in there, boom, and you're not ready, so I'm gonna stay here, or do something, a vibe. They'll see what's throwing you off and then keep targeting what's throwing you off, just so you don't get any so you don't earn any stripes. It's like, what did he do this scene? He didn't represent the way I did. In fact, you were limp 90% of the time, and bro, that's not my fault. And it's like, bro, you didn't even try to work as a team. You seen that he was, you should try to work as a team. So, we know that you're a solid performer. We know your confidence is up and you could nail scenes. But
today your confidence is up.
No, I'm sharing in general about a guy.
Yeah, okay.
Today, you're right, because your shit might not be up tomorrow.
Your day might come tomorrow.
Your day might come tomorrow.
What is that old saying? The dog's day comes,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, but they didn't know about the art of working as a team to give the director a good scene. It's a 3-on-1. You work as a team, so that don't try to, you know what I'm saying. The director catch whiff for that, then they might be like, oh yeah, bro, you're I can use you for one-on-ones, but you're not great for group activities because you throw the guys off. So you thought you was being a show off, bro. Now you losing work.
Yeah. No, it's a psychological war. And if you think you're so good one day, you're guaranteed to fall apart.
Here's what I think.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
You think you're so good one day, you're guaranteed to fail the next day.
That's true. What I think is the key, focus on the girl. Focus on the girl. You guys have fun with the girl. Work as a team. That's it. Have fun with Don't push nobody's buttons. No, don't create friction. Don't hate on no one. Don't be childish. You all are there to do a job. Focus on the girl. Fuck her. Have a good time. Work as a team. Give the director a good scene. Get your paycheck. Go about your day. Simple.
Yeah. New York style. No bullshit. So sometimes I've seen you act a little strange here and there, right? Maybe you're in your own, world thinking of some other things. Have you ever been on a set, act a little bit different, and they try throwing you off the set?
No.
No?
Not that I could remember, no. I can't remember.
Well, you would remember something like that if it happened, right?
Yeah.
So no.
Nah.
Okay. How many AVN awards have you received?
I got some for my production. I got best 3-way sex scene, me and Jules Jordan. Forgot which year that was.
You and Jules Jordan together?
Yeah.
In a scene? Side by side or no?
Yeah, I think it was me and Jules Jordan, yeah.
You did a 3-way?
We did a 3 with me, Jules, and we double teamed the girl, yeah.
Wow.
Best 3-way sex scene, me and Jules Jordan.
So you won that award with him. What other awards did you win?
I got some stuff for my titles. I forgot what they...
Best movie, best black series,
yeah,
best...
something like that, the best soundtrack for a black series or something.
When did you really start noticing people recognize you in the streets? How long after the business? And how does it feel? How do you like it? And how much is it today compared to when you were working more?
With me, it hasn't stopped. I've mainly just been shooting for myself lately, building my catalog and my new unreleased brand. But I became a sensation amongst the black talent.
Black talent, black people.
Yeah, amongst the,
Fans.
Yeah. I did the...
Public.
Yeah. I did the Laurence Fishburne's daughter.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I I want to touch. That's a great thing you brought up.
Yeah.
How did that happen? And how great was she? Because she looked really pretty to me.
I had a lot of fun with her.
How'd it happen?
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
She was fun to work with.
Let's say
she
this.
gives good head.
Yeah.
Her vagina feels good.
Silk.
It's juicy. The texture is nice.
There's a lot of people.
She swallowed.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know about texture, but keep going.
I did some foot fetish stuff with her. I like the way her feet smell. Am I going to hell because I was sniffing her toes?
But hold on, because you used to tell me all the time. Excuse me, you didn't tell me. I saw you all the time.
Oh,
Sniffing butts. What's that all about?
I've had that fetish since high school. I mean, I'm not alone on earth. It's common. There's guys that smell their wife's panties, their wife's friend's panties. There's guys that buy panties. There's people that like armpit. The fetish world is very, very huge. But, if you could turn it into some cool product, that's nice too. So I just showcase when I'm shooting the title, I try to cover the different fetishes, the niches. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so back to her. So no reason really, but was unbelievable.
Yeah, I had fun with her. I had fun with her.
How'd that come?
That was a solid scene too, though. It was like, I didn't even know. I thought it's not when she called me and she told me who she was. Oh, I'm the daughter of Laurence Fishburne. My boyfriend said that you shoot movies. So her boyfriend referred her to me. Technically, I think she breached her contract with Vivid. I don't know what the nature of the contract was, but she had shot. She says, "Oh, I shot for Vivid, and that's the only other company I shot for." And so I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, "Well, you should be good on money, right? Like, I paid her well, but
How much?
I gave her $1,000.
Okay.
Was I not supposed to say that?
No, it's all good.
Oh, okay.
But she was great because she looked great to me. That's all. That's the main point. So
somebody said Vivid gave her $30,000.
Probably, but so in the streets,
what happened to that money?
That money goes quick. I mean, you know her. I never met her. Oh. So back to people recognizing you. So people they recognize you. The girls say, "Hey, I seen you." Like you said, that one girl, Peaches. Yeah. But they say, "Hey, let's hook up because I saw you in the movies. You look good."
I've gotten groupie pussy before because chicks have seen my penis.
How many?
On tape.
How many you think? How many girls? 10, 20, 40, 50?
I didn't try to keep count of that.
Oh, man, what? Come on.
Yeah, I went through the phase of, getting a lot of groupie action. A lot of entertainers, athletes, and superstars, But, and then you slow down, well, some do, but nice, great memories from, clubbing days and meeting a girl out, women coming up to me, I know who you are, I love your work, you're really awesome. I masturbated to you, and I've even had some chicks say, the best head I got was from a fan. She at the LA Erotica.
What's
she
her
came
name?
up, I forgot her name. She was a chunky Mexican girl, and she just was like, "I love your movie," and she says, "Can I give you a blowjob?" We went in the back, like it was a booth. You ain't supposed to do it, but yeah, we were in the back.
It's all good. This is porno, man.
She gave me 2 blowjobs
in the convention.
Yeah, I wanted one an hour later. I wanted another one. She was that good. It was a chunky Mexican fan. She like, "I want to suck your dick." I'm like, okay.
So, what would you say? 20 girls, 30 girls, 40 girls, 50 girls?
Fans?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 50 fans.
That's great, man.
50 fans, maybe.
That's beautiful. I can appreciate that. When did you first decide you wanted to direct your own films? What made you decide that? When was it?
2005. 5 years after being a performer.
You started already then, or you wanted to?
That's when I wanted to.
Okay.
So, after mastering the craft of being strong male talent, I started to just say I I had some money, so I had 70 grand saved. And,
Really?
yeah.
Wow, that's
And,
great. You saved 70 grand.
Yeah.
That's more than probably any performer, right?
Yeah, I saved up 7. I don't have bad habits. I don't drink or smoke. And,
That's great.
you know, healthy lifestyle. And I knew that Vince Voyer owned product at Red Light District, and just a little history, you know. Juice Jordan, and you had your company. I think Slayer had got some stuff with Equal, and I'm like, and then you know some of the male talents, legendary male talents, are just still living from check to check, shooting scenes. They're big stars who should have had their own site or started directing. You would think that they would have their own production, and I'm like, I want to secure my future.
You decided that in 2005
I
or
wanted to
6?
get behind the camera star.
So-
And I wanted my name to not only be Brian Pumper, the porn star performer, but Brian Pumper, the producer, director, company owner.
So when did you first direct?
My first movie that I ever did, that I put out through West Coast Productions, James Alexander, was Fatties, Rhymes, and Dimes, Volume 1. I was a fan of Jake Steve's Freaks, Hoes, and Flows. And that was a sensation. People were talking about him like, yo, he's got some cool shit. Whether they liked the rapping or whether they didn't, they respected the artistic part about it. It was creative, and it gave flavor to the urban community. Yo, this guy is rapping and poking bitches at yo, this is actually cool. The beats are nice. These are black girls that we can relate with, like, you know, and it was a cool title. So it kind of inspired me because I actually started rapping before I wanted to incorporate it with movies. I actually just woke up one day and I was fans of, you know, old school legendary rappers, and you know, and I said, you know, let me start writing. So of course, when you first start something, you're nowhere near as good as once you've had practice. You know, naturally you'll grow to become polished with something. But I just started recording music as just a separate rolling the dice. Like, let me see if I could develop a music career. And I would rap as I would do my scenes and perform. And then around the time that I developed the passion for rapping was a couple of months, not too far off from when I developed the vision to want to start producing, directing. Now with music, what I always had in mind was artists are gonna get 360 deals to labels. So you're gonna sign your publishing away, and it's really tough to get ownership and make money. A lot of artists sign bad deals, and I'm like, well, I don't want to be one of those guys. And it just seemed complicated. I'm like, well, how do you? I'm sure there's a way to be independent and own, you know, and you know, a few peers would say, oh, no one's gonna take you serious, no matter how cool your music is. You're already known for slinging meat. You know, bro, stick to banging the hoes. You know, nobody's gonna take you serious as a rapper. And you know, I'm like, well, what about if the product is good and I've got strong songs that are mind blowing that shocks people? Like, yo, I can hear this on the radio. Like, whoa, you know.
But when did you start directing your movie? When did that
Around
happen?
that 2005.
That's when you first. So the director for James at West Coast.
Yeah.
So that started.
I told him. I said, could you give me a distribution deal at 25% split?
And he gave it to you?
I'll pay for my own movies. He said, yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's nice.
I'll pay for my own movies, everything, replication, everything,
Really?
the talent. I showed him the trailer to Fatties, Rhymes, and Dimes, and he was like, this is going to get reorders up the ass. That's what he told me.
Oh, yeah?
He said, this is
Cool.
going to get reorders up the ass. And, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So
how'd that work for you?
it was cool. I got some money on the back end coming in. It wasn't really what I expected. I wouldn't say that, you know, he was doing me dirty or, you know, I could go in and Keisha, in the accountant, she would show me, you know, but I was just kind of on my own for promotion. So like, you know, he got it to the distributors, and I made some profit. I made a few grand. I got my money back and a few thousand more on top of what I put in. But I'm like, I'm like,
Making more money as an actor is easier, right?
yeah, I'm like, dude, you driving a Lamborghini, man. What's like?
Oh, no.
You know, I don't like. Are you only gonna push my stuff but so far? Like, I was really on my own for a lot of other revenue streams.
Yeah, well, it's his company. What do you expect, you know?
Yeah, I didn't.
So,
you know,
how many movies you put out with West Coast?
Probably about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 movies.
Did you make good money or just average?
It was cool. It was an extra source of income. I was cycling money and making a little extra. But so some titles I'll make a couple of grand more. Some titles I always made more. People would say, "Oh, if you break even, you did be grateful for that." But I would always make a little more extra money on my titles.
That's cool, man.
I would always make a little.
So I didn't know that, Brian. That's
Yeah.
good, man. Congratulations.
Oh,
Started that early, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 5 years after being a performer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I looked up to guys that own product, and I just said, I want to own my product. But then I was excited about the ideas I had. So I said, I want the fans to know that I'm directing now, producing, and I'm giving you guys and then I let it be known, respect to Jake Steve. He had Free Souls and Flows. You know, I can't use that title. That's his, but let me come up with a cool title where I can, because I go out and recruit girls myself that I shoot. I even brought you girls that you hired, put with other guys, and then you said, Brian, you want to fuck her? And she can shoot with you, and then you'll call me and be like, hey, that girl. I'm like, hey, you can have her number. You know what I mean? I didn't really play a role of an agent, but I got a couple of girls started. I got them in and helped change their lives and got them making money. Bitch, you was at home dealing with a loser boyfriend, not making no money, broke, taking care of grown man, and now you're actually making money for yourself, or you're dealing with mom problems, or what you know what I'm saying, different things.
So how long did that relationship last, and then where did you go from there?
From there, I went to Evil Angel. So the word in the universe is, if you want the most honest distribution, you're only gonna get it at Evil Angel. James at West Coast was like, he said, I think he was just kind of motivated by the fact that I had cool stuff already shot and I had my own money, and this is like an easy deal. It's like, I'll take 25% of, boom, I'll get you right in line. I didn't have to put the West Coast logo. He says, if you want to use my West Coast logo, you can, or you can. He says, I'll give you Architect's number. He gave me a designer number that design, who you're familiar with, and he says, you can come with your own look if you want to. So I had used B Pump Productions, and I was pumping titles out through West Coast under B Pump Productions, and I did a title called Gape Man. It was
for West Coast.
Yeah, and then I took that title before I released it through West Coast. I took it to Stagliano, and because I kind of had heard that to get in with Evil, you have to do a cool movie that he likes. I've heard a lot of different things. Not only does it have to be shot well, but if he can go home and jack off to your movie because he could see the perversionness in your movie, then you landed a distribution deal with the mighty empire and the most honest distribution, and you're gonna become a millionaire if you get over at Evil Angel, because all the directors over there, you made it, and all. So anyway, I did it. He liked the movie. He called me in, and then James was like, "I wish you would distribute that, dude," because I was doing a lot of black titles. I was doing a lot of ethnic. That was my first interracial title.
One second, everybody. Most people probably know, but John Stagliano, the owner of
is
Evil,
the creator of Gonzo,
Evil Empire, Evil Angel Films production, is one of the pioneers of Gonzo porno, and he really focused on the ass. They called him the butt man. And he's very talented. And
I was a fan of the magazine.
And probably the most successful company in the history of porn.
Gonzo. Oh, wow.
Of porn, I think. So, you have to give respect to John Stagliano. So I think anybody who goes over to Stagliano, especially in the early days, was going to make a lot of money. And that was the early day to get there. But tell me, what day was this? What year was this that you make it over there?
2007 or 8.
That's a great time.
Yeah.
A good time.
My
Very good
biggest
time.
check that I ever picked up from Evil Angel was $54,000
So that's a dream.
in 1 month.
How much did you put into the movie
And
to
I
get
only
that much?
put out one release.
Yeah, we did $5,000 into production. 7,000.
Nah, my movies was like 20 grand.
Oh, okay.
I was putting 20,000 into my
Pretty good.
movies.
Cool.
20,000.
So you got $34,000 back.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, is that a dream?
That's kind of cool because I heard people was putting out like 4 releases to even get close to that. Like so they had, I don't know, the money would just made sense over there from
How was it?
And the directors, they wanted to put, it's like twice a year. He rotates when you can get a second. So that I think that $54,000 check came from a month that I put out 2 release. He rotates it. So,
How'd it feel though? How'd that feel? How'd that money feel?
Good.
I mean, what did it do for your heart? You know what I mean? How did you feel for your spirit?
Well, what I did was I put the money right back into. I wanted to do a stronger title. It's like it was a great reward, and I wanted to make another cool movie better than my last movie. So I'm a guy. I didn't go buy no rims or any Lamborghini. I wasn't a party animal. I didn't go put blow the money on drugs and sniffing coke and just not being wise with it. I put it back into my next title. Till I was hated on. People that hate on you, and I had to part ways with. The hate out there is just very, very
What
sad.
happened?
But nothing.
Yeah, tell me what happened. What do you mean hate? What hate, and why did you have to part from, like you might say, the gold mine, the gold strike, right?
There's a bunch of different stories out there, and people will twist stories, and there are a lot of things. But I just felt that my reason for splitting, that somebody hated on me over there. Somebody hated on me.
You could say the name because it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who hated on you?
I've heard a lot of different stories from different. I've came across employees that used to be there. I'm just. Me and Stag has never had a problem. He's always been nice.
What kind of guy is he?
No, he's cool. He's quiet. He lets you know when you do great work. I like such and such movies. Give me more of that, Brian. I like your behind the scenes. Stag, I'm short this month and I need an extra $6,000. I'm working on my Gate Man Volume 3. Could you loan me $6,000 and take it out of my next check? No problem, Brian.
I mean, I heard John's a great guy.
There's other people in his ear though.
Well, I mean, I know John,
Sad,
of course.
man.
Of course I know John.
There's
but,
people that in his ear, and I don't know if he, someone can go to him and say, I don't think this is great and we should change this. And I don't know if he just just goes with what people say. But yeah, but I've heard, I ran into his best friend or something, and he's like, Brian, I'm not there anymore because someone close to him didn't like me and has major influence over him and said, I don't want him at the company anymore. So I woke up one day and I lost my best friend. We played tennis together every day and I've known him for 30 years and, but my movies were strong and I didn't do anything inappropriate or anything that could jeopardize him in any type of way. I shot my movie. I'm the male talent in my movie. I own the movie. I didn't do anything that was life-threatening. I shot with a girl whose test. So basically, I shot the same day that I tested the girl. Because back then with AIM, your results comes back the next day. I've done that plenty of times before in the past, taking the chance that her test will come back clean, which normally the tests come back clean. I've spoke to 1,000 doctors. I know the risks and the percentages of transmission as far as HIV, which is major, and then non-life-threatening stuff such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, Those are things you could take a pill, no sex, 6 days, go back, pee in a cup, the bacteria is out your system, boom, back to work, different things. So I shot with a girl who had chlamydia. The same instead of Brian, you're supposed to wait for her result. Well, even though it was chlamydia, what if it was something bigger? That's out of policy. What? I'm like, okay, well, I'm the male talent she shot with. She wasn't put with any other male talent. Now, I even heard there's no law that performers have to test in the adult film. If a guy and a girl, whether it's a husband and a wife at home for a homemade movie, him picking a camera up, shooting it, and he owns the content for himself for fun, or has his wife sign, or
yeah, you're right. There's no law.
There's no law.
But you know what there is?
The clinic came around for comfort amongst talent. The clinic was formed. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, I know exactly when the clinic was formed, but you know what it's called? What really goes on?
What?
It becomes industry standards without a law, but it's like a common grounds. It's almost.
If I want to go out and get 10 girls that are 18 years of age and shoot with them with no tests, if they agree upon, if I say, baby, we're not going to use a condom, we've been fucking for a month anyway, or we fucked last night for fun without a condom. I know we just met at a club, but I actually have fun. I'm clean. I don't have anything. Hopefully you don't have anything. I did not come inside you. I don't have any cuts in my penis. No blood was exchanged. And actually, I actually shoot movies. Are you in a rush right now? We woke up this morning. We had fun last. Are you in a rush right now? No, I want to pay you some cash. I'm going to call my makeup artist. She'll be here in 30 minutes. Let's create a stage name right now. I actually own an adult film. Really? Oh, wow. Well, I'm a student, and I do need books for school, and my boyfriend is an asshole. He crashed my car, and so you're going to pay me $500 right now, and, like, your makeup artist is going to be here, and we can shoot a scene, and I'm like, yo, we already fucked already out. A lot of companies, they, if you were in the industry full-time, studios would make you go to the industry clinic to test, but here's my test. I'm actually clean. Have you been having sex? Does your boyfriend do gay activities? Does he share needles? Do you share needles? Okay. Oh, you do have a test that you want to show me on your... Oh, okay. Well, I'm lucky for you to... But, yeah, we just fucked for fun last night, and I actually want to fuck you again right now and pay you $500. Put this nice lingerie outfit on. Let's shoot a scene. Did I break a law if she agrees to shoot with me with no tests, and I paid her, and she's a student, and she gives me a kiss on the cheek and drives away in her Honda? Did I break a law? There is no law,
but there's an industry standard in Los Angeles. Now, if you're in another country, there's no industry standard. But, that's the way it is. Only an industry standard. Industry standards sometimes are, lawful, but not written. Okay, but I understand. So you feel, my opinion or my feeling towards this, that your heart is unhappy and maybe a little broken because you thought you had a nice relationship over there.
It was life changing, but I'm a warrior. I don't hang it up, and I'm a true creator. So just as well as he built Evil Angel, someone else could build another empire, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No matter what they go through to build it, it can be done. If you put your mind to it.
And they can be destroyed too. Empires are known to be fall.
They can be destroyed.
They fall, the empires fall.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm sorry that you had to go through that bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money lost, and it's a great place to showcase your talent and your movies. The company's a great company. I respect the company.
What he's done. Is that impossible to be done again?
Back then, that time is over. There's a time and a place, and things change. Things have changed.
So he used to have, he's lost some of those deals and don't have them anymore.
Exactly. No, things have changed, period. Okay? He's a very, very successful, great company, and that's all I want to say about that company. But things change, and It's hard to keep up with all the changes, especially today. And I can probably promise you,
There's other great studios out there.
yeah,
Shooting cool stuff.
exactly. And in 20, he had the basic formula. That's it, basic. My company came up with all kinds of way more interesting formulas than his, but his basic formula is great, and the people loved it. And I will not disrespect the formula, but it's a basic
I
formula.
heard it's something about distributors felt they, without a doubt, hands down, had to stock Evil Angel.
was
Whatever
just-
else is going on, that's cool, but we have to get Evil Angel because of the demand
Right.
on it. You know, me
Right.
like
They had to have a vase of
Him
angles.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, no,
He's Coca-Cola.
yeah, but I was Pepsi.
Okay.
A vase of angles is Pepsi. You think a vase of angles? They didn't have to have a vase of angles, of course. You don't think so?
Well, you were dominating. You
Please.
your titles.
But
You had a lot of titles, and let me tell you what people. It was like, TTBoy is flooding the market. TTBoy makes more money than James, the owner of West Coast. I don't know. He's cutting into James' pockets, but
whoa. I was here before James. Okay.
I think West Coast makes more than TT Pumper. No, I would say TT's actually making more than West Coast. Like that was actually going around out there for a minute.
But let it be known. No, this is real shit.
Yeah.
Let it be known. I'm here way before West Coast. I helped pioneer black porno in 96. Way before West Coast. Understand, I'm the real OG. Okay, understand that. Everybody out there understand that.
I'll tell you this. There was a point in time, I think 5 to 10 years straight, 5 to 7 or 6 or 8 to 10 years straight, he was putting out like 26 titles a month, 26 movies a month for like 7 years straight. That's from one studio. One studio, that's kind of unheard of, man. You know, and you were financing all the movies. 26 releases a month between TTBoy Productions, Bubble Butt Inc., and Evasive Angles. Let me tell you something. You might have a big distribution company, and the owner doesn't finance movies. He just distributes other people's titles. You got this brand, we got this brand, this brand, this brand. We got customers' contacts. Make sure your movie's on time. I'll distribute you guys. He's making a percentage of everyone's stuff, but he's not financing the movies himself. Okay, yeah, you could put out 51 titles or 100 titles. You're a big distribution. But from one studio brand, meaning like, okay, you're the guy. You had 3 studios, Bubble Butt Inc., Evasive, and TTBoy Production. I think you were putting out 12 Evasive Angle titles a month with 4 TTBoy Production titles a month. Another 4, it was you. They were up there, and you're financing. That's kind of unheard of. One guy financing 26 titles a month. Imagine the kind of money you got flowing through that building. Imagine all the checks that's being paid, along with lights, electricity, staff, warehouse men paying for the monthly leasing or whatever, for the property. Maybe you bought the property and the sold property. But yeah, employs overhead staff and financing the movies, editing, replication, bills that's coming your way for the titles. That's big balling type stuff. My hat's off to you. Yeah.
And I'm just a performer like you. But thank you. But we had a great time at Evasive Angles, and I thank everybody that participated in working and giving me great work. Thank you to all the girls, all the actors. Thank you. So tell me about that 50 Cent reality story or show.
I liked his music. I was drawn to his music, the energy he brought to his music. I had already started rapping myself. So I actually put some of his energy into the new music I was recording. And I would put them on my movies, my Fatties, Rhymes, and Dimes, which is a hip-hop orientated feature. where I've got music videos, girls booty shaking, and cool music with new girls and hot juicy action. So I said I would love a separate music career to where I'm making money strictly off my music, selling records, going on tour, possibly, being able to develop a striker tour with my following, selling merchandise, and be known as a hip hop artist as well as Brian Pumper, the Dell Film star, producer, director, company owner. And just from, there's a book out there called The Music Book. It's like, hey, read it. You need to learn a lot about publishing, different things. So it was just kind of like overwhelming. I'm like, okay, well, I need to hook up with a big person that's in a position of power. I don't really have time to do too much studying on the music industry. Let me put my music on my movies. Hopefully one of my movies will land in the right person's hands and be like, like I heard Jake Steed was on Dr. Dre's attention. That's big.
Yeah. Dr. Dre hit him up.
Yeah, that's big, and had him feature on what. So that's cool. So I said,
Chronic 2000 or something like that.
So I said 50 Cent right now is making a lot of noise. He's Eminem's artist. He's through the Dre team, Jimmy Iovine and Interscope, boom. And I said maybe I could be like the Too Short of G Unit, and I pursued him. I went to a lot of his concerts. Got lucky to get backstage. I gave him my fatties, rhymes, and dimes on several occasions. He liked it, found it very entertaining. I found out from sources of it, and I was brought to his office by a guy named DJ Robbie Rob, who was 50 Cent's. 50 had a handful of DJs, but DJ Robbie Rob would do some of his concerts, his parties, if he had a mansion. 50 would hire DJ Robbie Rob to do some of his events. A DJ knows your catalog and knows what to play, when to play. Y'all work as a team when the artist performs. It was around the time when I did this sex tape with Laurence Fishburne's daughter, Montana Fishburne.
So you're kind of hot a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hot.
That's about 2011?
Yeah, 2011, 2012, yep. 50 Cent calls me and he says, Brian, my guys, they keep pointing you out and you're a sensation. And I know you're trying to impact with the music. Your music's cool. I like your music. I have an idea. I want to do a TV show on you based on your life as a porn star crossing to the hip hop world. Right now, reality shows are hot. Jersey Shore, Kardashians. He says, we're going to get you a hit single. That's easy. That's not hard. But I want to show your life, that your dating life, everything. You're in. One of my artists named Olivia, she was an artist, but she wasn't a star. Brian, you're a star. A lot of people don't have that. And he says, I'm going to fly my guys out to shoot a pilot on you. Just follow what they say. You shoot every month, right? I'm like, yep. He says, we're going to keep it PG for TV. We're going to, right before the bra comes off or the panties come off, we'll cut. But we just want to get you on the set, get your dating life, get you in the gym working out, get you in the studio recording music. I have an idea. I said, 50, I'm honored. This, in the history of time, it's the word out there is that it's rare that adult film stars cross to the mainstream world. The adult film industry is a booming business. There's adult film companies that got more money than record labels. He's like, oh, no, I know. I did a project with Scott, New Sensations. I said, I remember it was a G Unit. He says, Groupie Love. It was Bank Shots Production. So 50 Cent, he didn't have sex in it. Kind of like how Snoop Dogg did Doggy Style. And introducing the scenes, they showed his face on it. His face was to help sell the product. And he's like, I got 1.4 million for that, man. And I don't know if Scott cut him the check or if it was upfront money with a little bit of backing money. And he's like, I'm like, yo, yeah, no, I actually remember that. And he's like, but yeah, listen, Kim, she got $15,000 for her first second episode season or something was 250,000. Now she gets $500,000. He's the Jersey Shore boys. They get $100,000 an episode. I said, oh man, that's incredible, man. I said, he says, what I want to do is I want to get you a show on the air, and the people that hate you are gonna love you, and the people that love you are gonna love you more. And he says, so just follow my guys' instructions. I said, no problem. He had some guys fly out, shot some stuff. It's around the time when I was doing a lot of interviews for the sex tape I did with Laurence, with Montana Fishburne, and Tony Yayo, one of the G Unit members. I had Tony Yayo's number from a concert that I got backstage. And Tony Yayo, to my knowledge, is 50 Cent's best friend. They go way back. Even though Tony Yayo might not have a hit record or has a catalog the size of 50 Cent, the amount of hits, Tony Yayo, to my knowledge, never has to worry about money. He's his best friend. Tony Yayo is his hype man. He knows every one of 50 Cent's songs and the ride or die. So Tony Yayo, I never had 50 Cent's number directly, but I had Tony Yayo's number. I would always hit Tony Yayo, and he would never hit me back. I wouldn't nag him or nothing. I'll just say, yo, what's up, it's Brian, send him a few texts and stuff I'm doing. Never got her to call back. After I did the Montana Fishburne sex tape, where she did a music video before we did the sex, it was called Oh, and It's Shave. Oh, and It's Shave. He calls me and says, because that video went on YouTube, and he says, yo, B, that Oh, and It's Shave shit is crazy. Those are the records you need to make. Listen, I need you to call Nelson. He's the head person in charge of thisis50.com, G Unit Radio. Call Miss Mimi. She wants to do an interview for you on Shade 45, and send them like 10 of your best tracks. We're gonna play your music on G Unit Radio all weekend, and we're gonna show. When can you come to New York? We want you to come interview for the site. And then I'm like, I got into town. I'm like, yo, man, I'm really serious about the music, man. Yo, I want, and he tried to say, yo, can you send me some content? I want to start my own site. I'm not gonna just send you no content that I pay. Like I own my content. I could give you some cool ideas of content that you could shoot yourself, and you got finance your own channel, things of that nature. He's like, and then he changed the topic. He's like, I need a bunch of content because I want to do some shit. Yo, B, you on right now? You hot right now? But yo, give Nelson a call. So that's when I called Nelson. I did the interview, and that's when 50 called me. And so he flew cameras out. I followed his instructions. Supposedly, he was supposed to be pitching the show. A year goes by, 2 years go by.
But you did the show.
I did the pilot. I followed his instructions. Yeah.
What, 1 hour, 2 hours? How'd it go?
Oh, it was a 3-day. He flew a guy out named Jay Justice who directed.
How many episodes? I mean, just one pilot, so one episode?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Shot 3. Oh, well, before that, I did some webisodes called Life of a Porno Nigga.
Okay.
That DJ Robbie Rob had shot.
Okay.
And it was like material that he knew would attract 50. He
That's on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yep, it's on YouTube. And then 50 was like, yo, you guys, this is great. What you're doing on Brian is great. He says maybe change the title to Life of an Adult Entertainer. Don't use the N word. And then when he did season 2, 50 was like, don't put no more footage out on Pumper. Bring me the drive. Let me see what you have. And then 50 incorporated some of the footage Robbie Rob had shot on me, along with new instructions 50 had to shoot content on me to cut together. And supposedly he was pitching a pilot. And this is before the Power Show. And I never heard back from him. Robbie Rob told me, he says, yo, man, I think, I don't have nothing against no one. I know people have, their different visions and they live their different life. I'm not into doing nobody dirty. I'm into being fair. I'm into teaming up and doing great. Let's be successful. If something works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Be honest about it. Don't leave me in the dark or, in the dust. Communicate with me. Robbie Rob was like, I'm not hearing from 50. I think 50 gassed us up, made us think he was going to do a show because we were already cooking up online on our own. I had the email set up. Mona Scott, she's the producer of Love and Hip Hop. Ryan Seacrest is the producer, is the founder, producer, creator of Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians, and a few other Hollywood directors out there with some strong shows on the air on the networks. He says, man, if we would have kept going with the life of an adult entertainer, I wanted to do season 3, but 50 told us to stop and not put out no more footage. You know what I'm saying? He's a mastermind. Maybe he told us to do that just and gas us up, made us think he's going to get behind our show just so we can cool off online. And then bam, that was his genius move to bring eyes away from this new heat to keep it on, you know, that 10 grand or 7 grand or 6,500, whatever he paid for airfare and the guy to come, that's chump change to 50, man. Those guys know what they're doing, BP. I'm like, wow, you think that could have been the case? He says, because if we kept going, who knows? Maybe somebody would have contacted us directly, and we could have got our own show on the air, split the money, and been balling like that. And I'm like, damn, you might be right. That could have. I'm like, oh man, people do that. Like, you think 50? Nah, 50's a businessman. If he could get our show and he could make money on a show, and be honest with the percentages, then he's winning. Isn't he a big boss? Doesn't he want to be known for nuclear bombs and everything he touched turns to gold? So then another 6 months later, Robbie Rob was like, everything 50's doing for the Power Show is what we would do, is everything I told 50 I wanted to do for your show, he's doing for the Power Show. The Power Show has music in it. He's starring in it. He's buff with waves, you know, and I'm like, nah, Rob, what do you, I don't think that's what, you know.
So basically it's messed up.
Yeah, but so I took that energy and I started Cell Phone Adventures. I got 1,500 unreleased scenes, never seen before. Haven't skipped a beat. People know me for my cool creations from my DVD titles and the stuff. I wouldn't have landed a distribution deal with Evil if I didn't have a nice package, a good solid movie. With the new reality wave and how things are shot and, today's generation and what's attracting people.
That's cool.
I came with a whole new swag, Cell Phone Adventures.
Well, we look forward to it, huh?
Yeah.
So life is full of ups and downs, So
yeah.
When you go down a hill, hopefully you got enough speed to come back up.
So that raw guerrilla style of shooting, of how Robbie Rob shot me to catch 50 Cent's attention. I mean, I'm not a hater. Rob knows. My hat's off to him. I give him credit for that. I wasn't shooting like that. I wasn't shooting reality-based adult film features. I've been doing music, shooting Gonzo. After the music video, the girl does a tease, baby oil, shakes her butt, talks to the camera, and then boom, Brian Pumper steps on the set, puts in work. But now I'm showing me meeting chicks, and bam, there you go.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So, tell me about any rap artists that you worked with, besides 50, of course. Have you worked with any, collaborated with music?
Yeah, Little B and I did like a track that my cousin, he's a DJ on the East Coast. His name is It's Biscuit. He said around the time when I was doing a Montana Fishburne thing, he was like, yo, Little B actually has an open verse and wants you to be on it. And I'm like, who's Little B? He's like, oh, nah, Little B is hot right now. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did a song with Little B. Split Star from yeah.
Well, you brought him on.
He did something for you too, right? He rapped on one of your titles too, right?
Yeah, but you were with me. In
Baby S.
Round around number 7.
Yeah. Yep. And then he did.
What was it, 3?
Did it.
You, S, and Split Star, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
So
All right.
when I was actually in New York around the 50 Cent time, R.I.P. to legendary artist who was amongst the group, Prodigy. He was with Mobb Deep. He passed away. but I got lucky to be in a studio with Prodigy, and he had just came home from jail. He was doing push-ups and writing music with the beat playing. There was some pretty girls in there, and he was like, "You Brian Pumper?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, respect." And I said, "Yo, I rap. I got some cool stuff." I played a beat for him, and he's like, "Yo, keep that beat playing." And he just blessed me with a verse. I didn't even have my verse on there yet. He just put a verse on there and was like, "That's for you." He was like, "Pull up the next track," from his engineer. He got back to work doing his own thing. And Robbie Rob was like, "See, nigga, I got you a verse with Do you know who Prodigy?" I'm like, "Nah, yo, this is crazy." Yeah, and Prodigy.
For your movie?
For a song I did. I didn't put it on the movie.
Oh, okay.
But I just put it on YouTube, and it's on my Instagram. Brian Pumper Prodigy. It's cool. I laid my verse at a later date, and I put the hook on there, and it's a very, very, very nice song. Fans like it, but fans are shocked.
You got it with you?
Yeah, Pumper's got a song with Prodigy, man. How the heck did that happen? And at one point in time, Mobb Deep was signed to G Unit, or they did a project. 50 Cent mentioned before that, I believe that Prodigy is his favorite rapper.
Wow.
Pumper got another jumper. 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 Why you won't see me get no guap? Why you won't see me hit no thoughts? Why you won't see me in no spots? Why you won't see me shoving no block? Your nigga with a leaf growing out your neck. Your nigga spread rumors, you don't get jacked. Your nigga dead in mud, you don't get blessed. Your nigga smell like, oh, well, you don't get sacked. Why you won't see me get no guap? Why you won't see me hit no thoughts? Why you won't see me in no spots? Why you won't see me shoving no block? Your nigga with a leaf growing out your neck. Your nigga spread rumors, you don't get jacked. Your nigga dead in mud, you don't get blessed. Your nigga smell like, oh, well, you don't get sacked. You ain't shit, Don P. You's a low-life bastard. All you wanna do is put pussy in caskets. Send them back home, get a new one real quick. You send them back home looking like they was scrapping. Perm all sweated out, body all sicky. I love a freak bitch, if you want, come fuck with me. Bad girl, ready for action. Imagine yourself living my life with all these bunny rabbits. Top model face, they tits and ass matching. Stop with the hate, homeboy, you sound mad that the Mobb Deep boys don't stop. We stay up like them little blue pills you be needing to fuck. We change guns like our drawers, change bitches like socks. Exchange your money at the money exchange, extreme guap. So when Pumper got another jumper, he don't cuff her. And when P got another breezy, he don't love her. Why you won't see me get no guap? Why you won't see me hit no thoughts?
I like it.
Why you don't want to see me get no guap? Why you don't want to see me hitting no thoughts?
That was nice. I like it.
Thank you, sir.
That's cool, man. Do you think that one day you might have a hit song?
I've heard that I have plenty of them. Kendrick Lamar came up to me at the BET Awards, and he was doing my King Dingaling dance. I'm like, bro, like, how could I get it to impact? And I said, I'm the porn star rap. I rap, and I do. He says, Brian, he puts his hand on my shoulder. He says, Brian, I know who you are. Sometimes it takes 2 years for a song to take off. He says, well, what's taking off in the South right now hasn't made its way to the West Coast, and you could always do a version 2. And I said, bro, let me bring a drive to a studio. I'll let you hear some. I actually need help with going about, you know, there's different routes you can go. You could be independent, like a Too Short or E4. Are you signed to a major label? He said, take my number. And yeah, man, I don't know. Text for a little bit, and then, I mean, he's a superstar. I mean, I get it. He got busy. Maybe someone in his camp, you know, yo, don't fuck with Brian. I don't know.
Image, all that stuff. So, what's the future plans for Brian Pumper?
Launching my new movement, my new brand, turning it into a major sensation and powerhouse. How Larry Flint built Hustler, how Hugh Hefner built Playboy. That's what I want to do with Cell Phone Adventures.
Okay.
I have a lot of content that's unique, and I wanted to touch communities in a fun, happy way, inspirational way. I wanted to save couples. I want couples to go to the next level of romance. Maybe thugs could put the pistol down and become more loving to their lover. And
Significant other.
yeah. And Larry Flint, he didn't only have a successful magazine, that turned into adult video division. But he built the Hustler brand, and he opened up the Hustler store, which had novelties, toys, lingerie, lube products. Same with
Yeah, no, he
Hugh
got a
Hefner.
casino. He's great.
yeah.
That's a great brand, and
So when I started shooting Cell Phone Adventures, I said people thought I was crazy that I had 100 scenes and I didn't put them out. They thought I was crazy, and when I had 300 scenes and didn't put them out, I said I just had a vision. I said, I've been through a lot in the past, and I don't want to go anywhere. I remember times of releasing, and people would have to at the last minute quickly shoot to package and get it out, or they say you're just as good as your last creation, and people could easily become irrelevant. I said I don't want to be something that's gonna disappear next summer, the summer after, the summer after that. I want to have a lot of content, so my story is really told. In the process of shooting it, I got lucky to get into my most creative creation zone, along with coming up on quality material. So there's a story behind it. It's just not wham bam, thank you, man. Sally, John, and Kevin mating.
Yeah,
and then
so it's something really exciting. We're gonna look forward to it. The fans
Yeah.
out there will look forward to seeing it. Let's break away a little bit. Right? What movie star, female superstars, Hollywood stars, would you like to tell or say hello to and come on see you? Any?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna mention them.
No, just say, hey, what's up? You like to? You can't? Okay.
Well, no,
everybody
I
has
can mention
somebody.
them, but here's the thing.
No, it's just simple.
I'm not
question.
gonna make a clown out of myself by boosting another chick's ego. No, because here's people. This is gonna surface. I like, or someone in someone's camp. A chick is married or ready. Let me tell you, my fly guy status is so supreme. I'm not even being egoistic. Like, I've earned a lot of stripes. I shout out, respect to Dr. Phil, Steve Harvey, people, the coaches out there and the psychologists and all the, respect to them. My Dr. Phil skills are just like on a different level. So here's the thing: you're not gonna have me make a clown out of myself, and I'm Brian Pumper. No, I've been through hell and back. I got war marks. I've been hit with guns. I've took guns out of people's hands. Trifling chicks try to, along the way of building the unreleased Cell Phone Adventure catalog. I was supposed to die several times. You're not gonna have somebody in a girl's camp say, guess who said that they would actually take you down? And the bitch is married. And I'm making
not married.
No. Here's the thing: she might be single, might be married. Who knows? There's a few. Maybe I took down some Hollywood stars. Maybe I haven't. Maybe there's some that I would. But I'm not about to boost this bitch ego, knowing that she might try to hate. She might be a chick that thinks that just because she's got momentum in Hollywood right now, bitch, you could be doing porn tomorrow. Bitch, what's really in your bank account? No, hold on, bitch, what's really in your bank account? No, so there might be a chick who might have a little fire going, and what? Who? Brian? Who? Really? Okay, bitch. What you mean? Look, listen. Don't disrespect the Delphin world, okay? Just because you might not want to let it be known amongst your peoples that you would have me for dessert. Maybe I don't want to take the risk of her trying to clown. Never in her heart. He does porn. That's what, like, well, all right, but I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. I don't know. It can go a bunch of different ways, and I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction of trying to clown me.
Let's move on.
You feel me? Somebody in her camp could probably, guess who said what about? This shit don't even matter. Now, if it's meant for me to run into you and I'll take you down, then there you go. Then I'm gonna talk about it. Then we'll talk about it.
All right. How many movies do you think you've done?
Between the titles I produced on my own and shooting for other companies in the industry, man, maybe about 5,000. Not as many as you.
Oh,
I heard you at the 10,000 range.
No, I said how many movies have you done?
Oh, not scenes.
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
Or scenes. I mean,
I hear you could look them up. I don't know.
look them up. You want me to look it up real quick?
Yeah, what does it say? It might not be accurate though.
Yeah, but it's fairly accurate. But it's not as many girls as you've done, just the scenes or movies.
Yeah.
I've done, it says 1,900 movies, but I did 2 or 3 scenes in a lot of movies.
That's true. Yeah, 1,900 movies, but you did 2 or 3 scenes in the movie. Yeah.
Probably 3,000 scenes I've done, but I did that in a very short amount of time.
And you retired. And your biceps still look like that?
Yeah.
At 50? Show them. That's crazy, man. This guy.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. I still got some biceps, but it says here. So it says here 1,079 entries. So you might have done, but mostly one scenes in those. Would you say?
Sometimes 2.
Mostly one. These are different days. What do you think?
Between 1 and 2.
Okay. So let's split in half, and that would be 1,500 scenes, or 1,500 movies, or 1,500 scenes, and
1,000 movies,
and 1,000 movies, 1,100 movies. How many girls do you think you've taken down?
My whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 5,000.
4,000, 5,000?
Probably about 5.
5?
You got me beat by 5,000, huh?
At least.
You got me by 13 years.
Yeah, but I'm a beast. You know what I mean? So I could do 4 scenes a day, no Viagra, just not even protein, just normal.
The average guy can't even fuck his wife once a week.
Yeah.
He's having all type of problems.
Yeah. No,
he should have slowed down on the meatloaf.
No. People are not created equal. That's a fact. So, this is another question. A lot of people are pointing toward trans women, right? I think it's called trans women.
People have been shooting those titles for years.
No. But a lot of people are coming out of the closet.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from Empire, one of the main stars, said he appreciates and loves trans women, right? And people are coming out saying how much they love them.
Yeah.
So did you ever mess around with a trans woman?
No.
Okay.
I respect them. They come from the gay world. There's superstars that, like you said, they're letting it be known.
I mean, live and let live is my motto.
Yeah. There's people that would never let it be known because they're afraid that it might affect their career. There's people that are letting it be known and it's not affecting their career. No one's judging them. They're human beings and they take their life seriously. So I have knowledge of their world because I educate myself on different people's worlds. They've made comments to me. I see them in passing at conventions, different things. I see the ones out. This is, yeah.
So here's a wild question. We sometimes on a set looked across the way at a girl on the set and said, that girl looks like she might be a demon. Or she might have some crazy evil spirits on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's been times where I was right. Like,
what do you mean you're
soon
right?
as she came out of she showed who she was, her spirit, and her spirit came out on the set. Like, damn, this bitch. Who hired this bitch? God damn, niggas is supposed to get their dick hard for her. What the fuck is?
Foul, crazy, evil.
I can get my dick hard with those girls. But it's nothing. I'm getting paid, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you just look at him, you say, "Oh man, something's wrong with this girl."
Yeah.
All right. What race of girls do you think are the nastiest, if there is one? The kinkiest, nastiest, you know. That means fun too, you know what I mean? Just the, you know, the wildest.
I'm experienced. I'm an experienced guy. I've had a lot of different nationalities. The average guy couldn't answer this question. I've came across almost every nationality that happened to be an animal, a freak, wild, energetic, and intense, super freaky, and nasty.
It's all the
In a
same.
good, fun way. And then I came across the same race that was like a dead fish, boring. You know, I wouldn't say boring. I could always find a way to have fun with someone, but just less energetic and not more shy. Oh,
I agree with you're saying, but
yeah. So
but
I
not
came across super freaky white girls and a super dead white girl. Super freaky Spanish girl and super dead.
on average though.
And I've had to coach them, sweetie. You give head like this, use a little bit of spit, rub the balls.
Yeah.
Oh, I always wanted to know how to do it. I know.
But
how
on
to
average,
yeah.
on average, which race? There is an average.
Being in the porn game, white girls.
White girls, okay.
Being
You've
in
seen
the porn
European girls get pretty nasty.
Yeah, I've seen some European girls
White.
get nasty too.
And that's what I mean. The white Europeans are very
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty nasty. They're generally geared to be nasty.
Yeah.
While the Brazilians are nasty, I don't really think it's their psychology. They just will do it because they are into sex. But the white girls seem a little nastier. Like they want to get dirtier.
I heard the European girls are the most kinkiest. It's something, I don't know if it's in their nature or, you know, they just, I don't know if they're trained that way or if they're naturally born that, you know, it's in there.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot of European. If that's the thing to do in the marriage, just to be and be nasty for your European husband or something.
maybe repression, you know, and anger. Who knows? For sure. I'll ask you another wild question, or kind of a fun question. Let's say there's an alien chick. There's aliens and they reveal themselves into the population, right? And they, all right, and they're hold on, they're not as pretty as other girls, but then, you know, the stuff is going to be supreme, like you like to call it.
I'll
right?
fuck an alien.
You're down?
Yeah. I'm laughing because before you answer the question, I know that this is your show. So you have to be prepared to have interesting interaction. And it made me just say, TTBoy thought of this fucking crazy shit. He's going to ask me if I will fuck an alien, which is actually interesting. It's really interesting. As simple as it might seem, like, yo, who the fuck cares about an alien, man? Next, you know, this shit is, that people will tune. They're like that. That's actually interesting.
How much fun
It's very
might
interesting.
It might be fun.
It might be fun.
I mean, you know.
What if they're, you know, here's the thing.
They can electrocute you inside. You know.
Yeah, not only that, but what if you came across one that was just like kind of just like this, you looking at me with these huge eyes and this weird,
like
this weird triangle kind of shape.
like the land of the lost eyes.
Yeah, it seems pretty interesting.
It might be fun. I mean, would you have second thoughts? You'd be just like, let's do it.
I probably would have second thoughts. The reason why I would have second thoughts is because I would think like, is this a number one? Oh wait, hold on. No, because if they're more than likely they've been tested and you know they're not harmful to humans
Yeah,
in any
not
type of
harmful.
way. They're just, you know, a new species that we've accepted, and hey, you're gonna see an alien when you step outside today. They, you know, but they drive. This is how they float. Or whatever they can fly. Oh, the alien, and who knows? Maybe they might not have a vagina. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But if they did have one, and they were male aliens and female aliens, I would hump an alien just for the experience, just to, you know what I'm saying, just to see what it might be fun. It might be exciting. Maybe their vaginas could do something cool that regular human women can't do, or maybe they might be freakier, or maybe they might vibrate naturally. And you don't have to, or it might.
Oh, I want to talk to you about that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Right. Totally. You never know what can happen.
what
Might
can
be
happen.
radical.
Yeah.
No, they might electrocute you while you're inside,
And it
just enough to get you. Woo.
Yeah,
You know?
to where it's like a different. What if the orgasm? What if they could give you an orgasm that you never had before in your life?
Well,
So now
yeah.
I ain't fucking regular girls, no motherfucking aliens.
What if they shoot you up with drugs in your penis while you're having sex? And do some work. You never know what it could be.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
But let's go to something that's going to be the real future. I don't know if you heard about it. Have you seen the robot that can answer questions? It was on YouTube all over the world.
Oh yeah, there's
Right?
a lot of they building them. They working on that
building,
technology.
You've seen that one talks. I can't remember her name. She has a name, right? But she's the first prototype robot or first robot, period, that will answer questions.
Alexa? No.
No. Let's look her up. Because the fact is that I believe that porn might die in the future because of the robots. They'll be accessible for sex, and there'll be sex robots. So porn with humans will be over. It might just be robot porn. For real. Because it's cheaper. You can change their look every day. Think about it. And they're not going to cry, complain, charge money. Too much money. Think about it. You can get them to do all kinds of crazy acrobatic acts or, have sex upside down. Think about it. What do you think? Tell me. No, this is real.
I thought I was crazy. Only TTBoy would think of something like that. No, I
No,
hear
it's
what you're
real.
saying. Yeah, I mean, technology is, they surprise you all the time. And they could make a robot with 90% or 99% close to human flesh that could heat up because vaginas get warm. They produce moisture. And
No, this is it. Her name is Sophia. That's the first girl.
okay. I think I seen that though, but yeah, sure. I think I seen that.
Yeah, Sophia.
Okay, Sophia. I think you're ready.
That's wild. But anyway, so she
How
looks
much it cost?
I don't know, but listen. In case you don't know, I do. I've been doing the research.
You want to start making some?
No, not really. This is real talk, real spit. China has hired the European scientists and biotechnical, engineers to come over there to China and make these robots, right? And there's numerous robots right now. Not just her. There's numerous models, 4 or 5 models. They can absorb the information. They react off what you say and keep it stored and use it later to answer a question.
Interact.
Yeah. So they're interactive and they store all the information, use it against you or for you. But the fact is...
Yes, John, I remember. And it's this Tuesday. Damn. Bitch,
No. No, when they
Yes,
ask...
John, I remember. And it's this Tuesday. Damn, bitch, how you...
No, it's more than that. It's like if they ask you a question, right, and you answer it, they'll store every piece of information in their hardware. And so they can use it against you or just use it at all times. So the point is that there's going to be robots real soon in our lifetime.
Gotta like humans.
They're like humans, and they
With the
might
brain.
they might already be here. We don't know for sure, but they're going to take the place of childbirth. I think. I see that the population to stop, at least in America, because did you know that the population has decreased in such a vast amount that 1980 had more childbirth than today?
Why do you think that is?
Because this population control. But the robots will be a big help of it. They're going to be sex robots. So they will, you don't know this, dude, but it's true.
Just strictly for sex.
Not going to be for everything. But I mean, imagine having a robot that'll cook, clean, bend her over, all of it. and there's no sandpaper. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it could be a new.
You don't really give shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll definitely be. I mean, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna have no choice but to, to learn more about them. But I mean, it could be very interesting. I mean, but yeah, as far as people are already buying sex dolls that don't talk. So if they have a sex doll that does talk and is more interactive and closer to the human behavior, that'll be incredible. Those things, that's the next $1 billion move right there. Those things are gonna they're gonna move. People are gonna get them.
Yeah, would you work with a robot?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm an entertainer. So if it's gonna make some money, if working with a robot is gonna make some money, then I'll work with a robot.
No, but are you an adventurer?
Of course. I mean,
You're an adventurer, right? I mean, are you an adventurer at heart? It sounds to me you walked right into the Caesar Studios. Those are big balls, right? So you have an adventurous heart.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about money. We're talking about straight up, just me and you. We're being truthful here. It's like, I want to get the truth. You know what I mean? You see a pretty robot, would you work with her? Or would you try it out?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, why not? I would.
Would you?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm not scared to say I wouldn't try a nice looking robot out.
Yeah, no, you're not crazy. I fucked a fake pussy before just to see how it feels. Why wouldn't I try out a robot?
Yeah, I mean, you're a sex person, Brian. You know, that's the fact. You can't run from it. You like sex.
Yeah.
That's in your blood. That's it. You're a strong, healthy male. That's it. Anybody out there that doesn't know that a strong sex drive is a sign of healthiness. Did you know that?
It is. It is. Because there's people that lost their sex drive and it could be a sign of unhealthiness.
Yeah. No, I mean, because spiritually you need sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
To stay, love. You have to have love. You have to have love in your heart. You have to have love in your life.
Yeah, I mean, a person could survive without love, but love does make life a lot better.
Yeah, what do you think you look like without love?
Yeah.
Let me show you a picture. All right, so who's going to win the next presidency? And who do you want to win?
That's interesting. You think Donald Trump's going to get it again? How do you feel about him?
I like somebody that can make the country better. So I'm not really paying attention to everything he does, but if he's making the country better, then
you don't have a problem with him. Yeah. Man, he hasn't bothered me in any type of. He's entertaining though. You seen when he got McDonald's and Burger King for he bought Burger King for everyone. People tried to clown that. It was like, this is good food. Good food. I got it for everyone. Enjoy the good food. People were clowning like, yo, he bought everybody. Bro, why'd you,
You like him?
He doesn't bother me in any type of way. I don't, because I'm good at reading a person's spirit. And, he doesn't. People say, oh, he's scandalous. He's really bad. And,
you want him to win.
I feel how you feel. I want someone that could keep us in good shape, who cares about us and is gonna keep us in good shape. Right. Who's gonna,
Sometimes I think, it seems like the Democrats want to just give the money away. It seems, I'm not a master of politics, but at a certain point in time, somebody's got to pay for that money. And it's the taxpayers. Whether they want to believe it or not, we got to pay. So I just wish that our dollar was as strong as hell and we could do a lot more with it. So we're all, the whole country in a whole is much happier and much healthier because money helps keep you alive.
Oh, yeah.
So all these years in porno, right? This is what, the 18th year or something? Or what is it?
Like 19th year.
19th year?
Yeah.
Because you started in 2000 or 2001?
Yeah.
Which year?
2000, I think. Or 2001.
So 18 or 19th year?
18 years.
18
19
years. Probably 18. What have you learned in this journey?
I've learned a lot about human behavior. That's one of the best things. Knowledge is power. A lot of people.
So human behavior?
Yeah. For men and women. To put me in a good, healthy mind state for decision making. People make poor mistakes, poor decisions, because they lack certain knowledge on humans, human behavior. Why someone did, why would they do. I can predict how that person's gonna react to, emotion. I learned a lot about emotion, what strikes emotion, So it's a cool thing. Just being around a lot of people, interact with a lot of different girls. Some people say, "Oh, piece of your soul is left with it when you guys are," I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'll just say that the fact that I met a new person on set, we got 30 minutes to talk before we, so not, I can go out sightseeing and go out and be a journalist and do the same thing, but some people don't do that. Some people are shy, they stay to themselves, and they're afraid of rejection. So I've got a chance to interact with a lot of people, new directors, new talent, new girls, went on trips with you, traveled. So it gave me something cool, really, really cool to take with me forever, great memories and knowledge. And I made some money and I grew into a businessman. So a couple of mistakes and I grew into a nice businessman.
So would you say it's just been amazing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to say that porno is one of the best entities and businesses on the planet, and I always respect and love porno.
You could have been a soccer player. You could have did something else. You could have,
Is there anything else that you wanted to be when you were younger?
Just bodybuilding. Yeah, bodybuilding was something I looked up to. And if bodybuilders got contracts like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, I would have never been Brian Pumper. I'm being honest with you. Yeah. My legs would be bigger. I'll be eating 7 meals a day. Walking like I got a stick in my butt. Looking like the Incredible Hulk. Kind of just like real freaky-ish. Because I liked it so much. I just wanted to lift weights and train and eat steaks and get big and build muscle. But there ain't no money in that shit. So my next thing was like, okay, I'm an energetic dude. I love women. Let me fuck bitches for a living.
So I guess this is it. This is our farewell.
Yeah.
This is a nice long interview. Thank you so much, Brian, for taking this time.
Problem.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate it. And thank you all the good work you did for me for evasive angles.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So Brian Pumper, live on. Whoever doesn't respect Brian Pumper, you better ask somebody.
Or go get it together. Figure it out.